Alright, hey everybody. This is a new video that I've been thinking about doing for a while now. It's it's about it's such an obscure thing to know about, but essentially what I'm going to be going over is corners. The whole point of this video is going to be about how corners can be your deadliest opponents and your greatest ally. And I want you to like go in your games not being scared of a corner. But this information is probably to go for people who are under the champ 3 range. And this entire point of this video is just so you can build good habits. I don't want to see this habit in lower ranked people. So what I'm going to go over is and I'm sorry if this video is just shit and just I've done this video like 4 times. I can't really get the most evidence for it because it's not something you just find. It's something you see and then you're like, okay, yeah. But at the same time, like I was trying to record it 4 different times and I just can't get the words to come out of my mouth that I want to get out of my mouth. So this probably my last attempt at this. But if anyone's interested, I would coach this idea to somebody, and it'll probably make for a lot much of a better video. So if anyone's looking for coaching in that aspect, please come to me. I will help you. For free. It doesn't really matter. Now, another disclaimer before I get into this: I'm not an expert at Epic Pen, and I've just been trying to get used to it. My friends and some peers have been telling me to start using Epic Pen, but I'm not. I really don't know how to use it. So I'm gonna run into this. We're gonna run it, see how it goes. If it goes poorly, then so be it. I know this is gonna look weird. I'm sorry, but okay. If I'm here in corner after a play, what do you see? You only see this. This is your vision. This is what you can see. This is all you have. Now, what I want you to be aware of as a lower ranked player is this: back corner, back wall. Okay? Because if by chance the ball is in this corner here, and you just got back after a play, you don't see the mid man. If this is a 2v2 situation, and there's a man mid, the only thing you have is this and yourself. Because now you're here, and majority of low ranked players, there's no dig at you, but this is just trying to help you educate. Majority of you players, let me just lock that in the corner. Majority of you sit net here and just watch this ball, like just sit like here. You know how awkward this is? That is just an awkward like corner. So this is what I want to teach you on defense especially. Let's not do that. Especially on defense, what I want you to do in this situation is I want you to attack. And I want you to deny your opponent the chance to control sidewall. And how we're going to do that is eventually we're going to get to a point, the higher ranked you become, the more confident you become with the mechanics. But whenever you're on defense, you need to know what's a threat and what's non-threat. And normally these corners are threats, solely because of 2 reasons. You can't read the balance. The read is just so difficult to read majority of the time. You have to have good game knowledge to know which way the ball's going to jump, just bounce out. And 2, it's hard to hit. It's not easy because it gives your opponent an easy shot towards mid for a pass, but at the same time, it also gives them opportunities. And what I want to preface, what I want you to see, is from anywhere between champ 3 to lower ranks, people tend to use this wall here. They're like, oh, I can use this wall here, I'm safe, and go for a pass mid. That's a bad habit. And you're not going to know that at the rank you are because it's going to keep working. You're going to know, like, oh, my teammate's mid, I'm going to pass it. Like, I can get that. So the problem is here that we need to learn is we don't need to be doing that. We need to be taking control of the space we have control over. And if I could, and I want to, but I don't really know how to. But I know there's probably a Verge video out there that probably demonstrates this better. But each player has their own circle of like control. Okay. Okay, it could be like this big, but the stronger you become, the heavier you become, the better you become. It becomes this big, and if your last cell, it becomes this big, and then each player has their own radius of control. So the reason why I'm saying this is because we need to know about our advantage zones and our disadvantage zones. And what is your advantage zone, you may ask, is what's in front of you. Right now, what you're seeing on your screen is my advantage zone. Okay? This is my disadvantage zone. Do you want to know why? Because it's something I can easily just go, ooh, oh, you can hear me. This advantage zone, I can't just like, I can do this, but you see how slow it is? I can go like, oh, it can go here, boom. But at the same time, this, like, I can't like defend myself. If I saw a shot coming towards my corner here, I can defend this. But if I have a shot behind me, and I'm like right here, I can't really defend this. This is a hard save to get. So, as a player, I want you to know about what your advantage zone is, and I want you to take control of it. So, whenever a play happens, and you would say you have a ball flying right over your head, like this, you're in disadvantage zone, okay? Because your butt is turned back to it. You can't really do much to it, okay? Now, what I want you to do in this situation, throw it down the field, is if it comes this way, I want you to turn in on it. Because if it gets in front of you, if it's behind you, you have to kind of turn. That's what I want you to focus on. I want you to focus and play the game in your confident, like that you're confident. So whenever you see people like who are ball chasing, yeah, they're ball chasing, but at the same time, that is their advantage zone. This is what they're doing. They're like making sure the ball's in front of them at the whole time. They don't have to worry about behind them. That is their control. Okay. And now, how all of what I just said entails to corners is how much control do you have in corners, really? Okay, because everyone from Champ 3 to lowers likes to dive at balls. They like to dive. They're like, okay, corner, it's so chaotic, but I work. I can get it. I can win. They see the boosts, and something I also want to preface or just bring up is your own as boost pads. Is in this situation, you only have 3 pads really you can work with. This one right in front of me, and the Mega right here. Okay? And main thing if you want to get up in rank is boost control or boost management, sorry. You really want to conserve your boost. So in corners, unless that big pad is up, there is no boost to take. There is no boost to keep the play going. Once it's in the corner, it's practically dead. And if anybody who's played hockey or indoor soccer or any of those 2 sports where it's kind of closed off like that, you always know whenever a play gets in that corner, it's just a fight to the death. Everyone's just like in this corner, like, oh my god, hit, bang, 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 every single time. And it's a struggle just to get it to the mid. And we see that through Rocket League. We see the same thing through Rocket League. It happens all the time, where low ranks, just whenever they get in the corner, everyone fights for it. They try to fight, they try to get on top of each other, it's just a bunch of butting heads trying to win that ball. And what makes that deadly for the defender is if it goes towards the mid, you can't defend. If it gets behind you, you can no longer defend. The only way you come out on the top is if you win the 50-50 and you get it past them, and they're in the disadvantage. So what I'm trying to bring up here is I want you to avoid that situation where you have to butt heads. Because in this situation, if you lose, you give up a goal. But if they win, it's fucking we ball. So what I want you to do is in this situation where like, oh, okay, the play is coming this way towards your net here, towards here. I want you to like just back up, kind of let this like control. You don't really want to dive into it unless it kind of gets into this spot here on the wall, and you know you can win. But the stronger you become in terms of a player, you won't have to worry about that because the speed of play just gets faster and faster. The tempo just switches. So that's the defense side. You just don't want it to be in this corner because you get no pads. and you have more cons than you do pros, and it's just so deadly for you as the defender. Now, what makes this play good for the attacker is they have the advantage zone, and they also have the boost from previous counter, and they also have the mid. So unless you have your teammate as a defender who's in mid or ready for if it gets beat behind you, or is ready for mid, this play is just dead. But for the attacker, it makes it better because if they beat you, they have the pass mid. They also have their own Doomsy if they wanna, or they have a pass. There's way more options than you will ever have in your entire life. They can also shoot, which makes it even more terrifying. So what we want to do here is, I can't really show you too well, but I'll try to make sense of it, is as the attacker, I want you to learn to just bang it corner. Because it's, like I said earlier, it's a hard read to get. It's just not easy. And then just there, you also saw that, like, even as an attacker, it's not good to dive sometimes on corner balls, because even though I got them all mid somewhat, like, it's not really how I want it to go, and that's our problem. We don't have all the control in the world, so you can avoid it. You can do whatever you want. What I want to preface with this video is take control of your advantage zone. Always be facing the ball. Don't have your butt to the play. Always try to cut off plays that go into the corner because of how deadly they are. Now, this play coming up here was a play that was like, I felt like it was just a good play in general, solely because I played good here with my pre-jump, but at the same time, I messed up because of advantage zone. And I played too confident into this. Now, if we see now right in front of me how we have this, oh my god, this is my advantage zone. This is mine, okay? If this player here to my right here hits this over here to the corner, I have no longer any advantage zone. And we can see this clearly if I go here. If I go to none. And here in a second, we're going to see this play develop in a way that makes it so I cannot attempt to score this. Solely because I got in the way of my teammate who was mid. So now, see how awkward of a play this is? How much awkward this becomes? Solely because, oh, god damn it. Because I am now here, and I have to make such an awkward turn just for that. And if it went left side here, and just kept going this way, the only play I had would have been to keep going this way, or challenge him on wall. So I want us to take awareness of this. How our advantage zone is what's in front of us and what we can see and what makes us go to the ball faster. This, even though it may be advantage zone on paper, but at the same time, I have to make an awkward play just so I can score this. And we don't want to see that. We want to see comfortability with our speed. So what we'll do is, like, we'll play more mid, or we go around our teammate. Let's say our teammate was, if this is mid. Can we see that? No, let me switch colors. This was our mid. Okay. I'm over here. I just hit the play up. What I should do now, instead of going to like corner boost or like, creeping up on our teammate, what I want us to do is slow down and kind of just come around here. So it's like we cut off that back. And if you've seen any of my other videos, I'll post it up top. Umbrella method. You want to give yourself an umbrella. So umbrella is giving yourself multiple options. You have now multiple options to choose from. That's umbrella. Because now you have all this coverage, and if you have to go one way, you can go that way. Like if I need to go challenge wall here, I can challenge a wall. If I need to retreat, I can retreat. If I need to go forward, I can kind of go forward. That's umbrella. We're giving ourselves options in this situation, and that's what the beauty of advantage zone does. It gives you umbrella, and it's something I didn't really go over in the umbrella video, but this is something to take, just to really take in. Now, when we're going to talk about corners here, we can see both of my opponents are just diving for this. If I win this, it's essentially just GG's. But he hits wall, and look how awkward that kind of makes it for me as well, because I can't really read the touch that's going to happen there. It was such a touch, like in this corner. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. It was such a touch in this corner that it could have gone this way, it could have gone that way. I could have not known in a million years. And real quick here, you see I used umbrella method. I went straight towards net and went this way. I could have gone for left side boost, but no. I chose to take open space, which is what you want to do in this situation. Alright. Now, let's get over the corner again. The corner situation. I just made a play into this corner, and I know my teammates to my right here. I should not be diving for this boost. I should go and turn mid immediately. Because now what should happen is me coming in this way, and then being ready back. You know what I mean? It should be quick, 1, 2, not rapid, just rapid, just like, okay, I hit here, okay? I don't need a Thirstless boost. My teammate has boost. He's going to come over here, he's going to make a play. I need to be ready. I need to go here, grab this, turn back in. Because my teammate eventually is going to come up here and go for a shot. But instead of that, I make a shit long-ass rotate because I'm playing too fast. My teammate really can't make a play really good. So now this is weird, and we're stuck in this corner. Now we're both at disadvantage again. And I have the boost here. If I was in that position, this probably wouldn't have happened, to be honest. And in this situation, you don't really have a lot to do because we're both on left side. One has 0 boost, one has all of it. Normally, I want my teammate Plywood here to have the boost because I kind of need to die for this. Because if I get beat, he has 0 boost and it's not going to be fun. So I only have 2 options. Just dive and see what happens. And again, just advantage zone. Like, I'm not prepared for that guy there, and my ass is turned to it. I can't do much. Imagine if I was actually facing towards the play, I could have stopped that play happening. Trying to keep open space, trying to take control of it. This is what I want y'all to worry about. And I'm really sorry about not really showing corner. What the main point of this video should be is corner control. It's just the higher you get, you really don't see it anymore because of how fast the gameplay moves. As I am finishing up the editing of this video, I want to thank anybody who watches this because this video genuinely took me a minute to finish, and the editing is not the greatest. I'm not an editor. My ADD does not help me with it at all. I will try to go into more concepts if people bring them up. Thank you. If anyone does comment, being like, "Hey, can we focus on this? Can we look at this? Can we do this? Can we do that?" I'm more than happy to do so. I don't want to be a needy YouTuber, but this is usually the part of the video where I say, "Hey, can we subscribe? Can we put comments? Can we like?" So I can get the YouTube algorithm to go and do its thing. But majority of my videos are going to be long, so if you're going to watch it and if you find it, just watch all the way through. But if not, just thank you for watching it, because this really took me a minute. It took me a day and a half, but still. Yeah, thank you. I'll try to keep up with these. I'm trying to do 1 per week. And yeah, thank you.